What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Back at you with another one. So let's see what we got here today.
Good light. Hi.
Hey,
I love that you got good light. Come on, girl. How is your name Ramona? How you say your name?
Roma,
Roma. Roma in the daytime. Where you calling me from, sweetheart?
Philly,
Philly. Oh, I used to live in Philly. Roma. Philly. How old are you?
36.
36. And what do you do for a living?
So I have my own business and I literally just got hired as a resource development person for a well-known nonprofit here in Philly.
Okay, so you work for a nonprofit?
Right now, yes.
Okay, nonprofit. Do you have any kids?
I have four.
Okay, how old are your four kids?
20, she's about to be 21, 16, 13, and 2.
Okay, all by the same man?
Uh, 2.
Two. Why you not with
Yes.
the man you had a baby with 2 years ago?
Uh, Girl, uh, let's say chronic alcoholic, chronic DWI person. Yeah,
How many kids you have by him?
I have one by him.
One. Okay. And the other one are by three other what? So you have three by one and then one by one.
Yes, and the others are by my ex-husband.
I was to say, have you been married? So you're divorced. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Roma?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay. So we got Roma Philly, 36 Scorpio, works for a nonprofit. Mom to she's divorced, three by her ex-husband, and then one kid by another gentleman. All
Yes.
right, let's do it. What kind of man you looking for, Roma? I like
So
your name. Can I just say I like your name?
really, so it's Jerome. I'm a Jerome Jr.
Okay.
I just relocated here from Texas. I'm originally from here, but I just came back. So I am 5'9". So somebody that is taller than me, African American. I've always been in a role that consists of six figures. I'm a doctoral student. I'm working on my fourth degree. Somebody that is more, or at least equal to, an intellectual on top of everything that I have going on with myself. Um, and that's about it. Just
So we
African
kind of got
American.
there early. We kind of got here early, so let me just get in it.
Yeah.
Do we got to make a certain amount of money?
So over six figures, yes.
Over six figures is a millionaire because that would be seven figures.
Yeah.
So you want to be a
So
million?
not a millionaire. I am more so equated to the 250 range.
Okay. So the 2-year-old dad made 250K.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So she did. So she did have that. And then your ex-husband, I'm assuming, made 250K.
Yes, he's a therapist.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing for certain, she had it twice. So moving forward, you want a man that's 60 and make at least 250K.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna. Well, we're already on social media, and if you're familiar with my show, you know they're gonna talk about this girl. So what would
Not
you say? What would you say to? Because now this is interesting. So you had three kids, and then you met a
four.
man that made 250K. He didn't mind that you had three kids.
I have four kids currently,
No,
right
I'm saying, but before you had four kids, you met a man and you had three by your
now. No,
ex-husband, right?
I met a man and I had one, and he took on that one person that was literally 3 months old.
Okay, I'm confused. So the
Yes.
two-year-old, I thought was you only have one kid by.
Okay, so let me reiterate. Okay, so I have currently a person that is about to be 21 years old. She is in North Carolina right now. She's doing well for herself. I have two kids by one man that has taken care of my almost 21-year old.
Okay, Roma, let me ask this question. How
Okay.
many how many men do you have kids by?
Okay, so sperm donor wise, because I know how you are, is three.
No,
Yes.
it's not how I am.
Uh,
It's an easy question. How many kids do you
It's
have?
totally easy. Yes, three kids, but
Okay, so
four
stop
kids.
right there. That's not what you said in the beginning. In the beginning, you said you had two kids. You said it was two men. You didn't say three.
Okay, so I have four kids by three different men.
Okay, so in the beginning you lied because I asked you that question and you said
I
true.
wouldn't say I lied. It's because
It's a lie
I
because
looked
that's
at,
not the answer. So what would
okay,
it
so
be?
I had to reiterate myself when it became to what you wanted to say. So let me put it this way, okay?
Well,
So
hold
I
on, Roma, real
had,
quick. You keep saying
wait,
what
I
I want
had
you
a child at 14 years old, okay? So I had a child at 14 years old, and then I met somebody at 15, and he took on my child at 14 years old, okay?
For the first time in modern history, college student.
Okay, but hold on real quick. I don't want to be hostile, but I want to correct you.
Well, you
It's
are
not
hostile, and I'm fine with that.
okay. You said what?
I said you are hostile, and I'm
No,
fine with
no,
that.
you're well, here's the thing, Roma. I'm not hostile. What I'm not gonna do is allow you to lie to me and then make it
It's
my
not lying. It's
it,
when you're married with someone for so long and that person take on your child, you honestly, I want to say forget, but my ex-husband took care of the child that I had at 14 years old. So I have 4 children by 3 different men, and that's where it is.
So let me jump in. I'm not hostile. What I'm not going to allow you to do is lie. So I have to correct the lie. So that the question is at the end of the day, I just asked you a simple question. How many kids do you have by? You said 2. That's not the answer. So you're not going to call me hostile. I'm just correcting the fact and exposing the fact you lied to me. That's all that it is. We wouldn't even be here this long had you just told me it was 3 men and we would have kept going. But
So
now it becomes
let's
hostile.
keep going.
But it
I
becomes
have four
hostile when I don't
children.
allow it becomes hostile because I'm not going to allow you to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy.
I
I
didn't
ask
say you were the
questions.
bad guy.
Okay.
I
Well,
did
now
not
let
say
me.
that.
Okay, so now I have. So now I'm kind of confused. So let me just understand. So
I
it's
help
three
you.
men. It's 3 men, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the first child was like a high school sweetheart.
Yes.
Okay. So the second baby daddy, that's the one that made 250K.
They all made 250K.
So the 14-year-old, he made 250K too.
Yes.
When you were 14 or when he got older?
No, when we were 14.
I'm just curious. How
Yes.
old was he?
How old is he?
How
Older.
old was he when you got pregnant at 14?
Older.
Hold it.
You don't want to share. You don't want to share the age.
I cannot share that because my daughter is about to be 21 years old. And I refuse to put him in that predicament when he is a older, successful man.
Okay. Okay. So you have 3 baby daddies, and they
Yes.
all made 250K each.
Yes.
Okay. You said you now you told me you were divorced. Who did you marry?
I married the second child, or the second and third.
Okay. So the second and third child's father is the one that you married.
The therapist, yes.
Oh, he was a therapist. Got
Mhm.
you. What did the older man do? Your first child's father.
I cannot disclose that, and I won't disclose that ever.
Okay, that's fine. And the third child's father, can you disclose what he did?
He is currently a psychiatric nurse in a rehabilitation.
Got you. Okay. All right. So how we got here was the request. So
Yep,
ultimately, the fourth man be over 6 feet and make at least 250K.
at least.
At least. Okay. Now, what would you say to a person that would say, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's unrealistic. You have 4 kids, 3 men." What would you say to that?
I mean, that's their prerogative. Right now, I'm really okay with where I am in life. I relocated from Texas back to Philly. I'm doing well for myself. I have my own business, actually 2 of them. Um, but if they were to say that they have an issue with it, so long.
Okay. And would you date a man that made less than 250K?
I'm okay with it. Yes,
Oh, you would date a man that makes. So what's the lowest
definitely.
amount you would date?
Around 80.
Okay, 80. So 250K is preferred, but
Prefer.
80 is the lowest.
Yes.
Could he have children?
Yes.
Do you want more kids?
No.
You don't want more kids. Okay.
No.
So, okay, we kind of got there early. So now what are deal breakers?
Deal breakers are someone who is a chronic liar. I do
Oh,
have multiple degrees in psychology. I can pinpoint someone out that is a liar or who is someone that is fabricating the truth.
No, girl,
Um,
I'm sorry I got to jump in, but that's exactly what you just did.
Actually, you didn't give me the space to explain
I
myself.
did give you the
So now,
space. I gave
no,
you the
you
space
did
when I
not.
asked you how many kids you had by. You could have said 3. You literally just
Honestly,
called
I
out what
should
you
have said
exactly did.
3. Yes, I. Are you gonna let me talk right now? And you're gonna sit there and
This is funny.
Kendra,
Roma, you literally just
Kendra,
talked about a chronic liar, and that's exactly what you just did to our
chronic,
kids.
chronic,
Yes. You said I
chronic
could
is
think
not
out a
true.
lie.
When someone comes into your life, when you are raped at the age of 14 and takes over your children, and you look at that person as a father figure, and that person still takes care of your child. Okay?
Well, let me jump to this. Obviously, we don't want to go deep with that story.
I will go deep with that because you can Google me and you can LinkedIn me and you can find out the truth.
The point of first of all, I want to say this because when it gets there, obviously, I'm sorry you went through that. But at the end of the day, I'm quite sure you're familiar with my show. This is not the first time you watching my show, right? So you know when I ask that question because there's levels to me asking that question.
There are 2 men that will come at your neck about my children, not 3.
First of all, ain't nobody coming at my
Not
neck.
yours, but I'm saying the person that I am dealing with. But there are 2 men that are active role models of my children as opposed to 3. So the first child would never be a factor because that first man has never signed a birth certificate. He wasn't there. And my ex-husband was there. So my ex-husband played that role of someone that took the father figure of my almost 21-year-old that is now highly successful in North Carolina, and she's great. So
listen, there's nothing.
I understand where you're coming from as a publicist and as somebody
as a
that
what?
is in the social media publicist.
Who's a publicist?
I mean, you're public, right?
Oh, you said I'm not a publicist though. I'm a journalist that hosts a dating show.
So you're a journalist.
Yeah. So I just asked the questions. I just want the.
And I'm correcting you.
No, well, well. Here's the thing, Roma. First of all, again, I'm sorry what you went through in your past. I felt like I'm quite sure this is year 6. You've seen my show a few times, correct? This is not your first time watching me, I'm assuming. Can you answer? Is it hello? I'm not sure if you clicked off. I mean, her name is. Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Sorry. Right there. I said, is this your first time finding out about Kendra G?
I mean, if you want that.
No, Roma, I'm just asking you questions, girl.
Girl, yeah, it's not my first time. Sorry.
Okay, so with that being said, I've been doing this show for 6 years.
I know.
So when I ask that question, it's the same question I've asked for 6 years. Right. And the only reason we went down this dark road, because had you just said
it's not dark.
Well, I don't like what you went through in the past. I feel like that's dark. Huh?
It's not dark. At the end of the day, I love God, and it's not dark.
Okay, well, either way. Mm-hmm. I'm standing 10 toes down on had you just in the beginning answered the question about the 3 men, then we wouldn't have had the back and forth that we had and the confusion because I was under the impression because I was going to ask you questions as I did pertaining to that. But we're now moving forward. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
But God is working on me. Okay, let's get
working on us.
He's working on me. He's working.
No, you can come for me. Like I'm fine with it.
No, Roma. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like about this. I never came for you. I just didn't allow you to lie to me. That's all.
It wasn't a lie. It was more so of no. Yes. No. So if you would have said how many people I laid down with, that's a different story.
Say that, Roma.
Exactly. But if you were to say how many people you had,
the fact that she really just sitting here arguing with her about how she didn't justify this lie is crazy. Like, dude, how many people you had kids with? It ain't about the circumstances at which you had the kids. That's the you know what I'm saying. It's a simple. See, that's a major red flag. Anytime somebody can't just answer a simple question with a simple answer, everything got a long ass explanation. Definitely a red flag.
Children with,
I
I would
said that.
say,
How many kids' dads do you have?
exactly. And I will always consider my ex-husband as my daughter's, that's about to be 21 years old, father.
But this is why
Always.
I asked you if you are familiar with my show
I
because
am familiar, but you asked a blank question and I answered it.
well, okay. So since you're familiar with my show, you knew what I meant when I asked that question.
But other people didn't meant, or other people didn't know. So
Other people didn't know what.
what you meant.
Ooh,
What are
child.
you talking
Should he look a certain way?
I stated over 6 feet because I'm 5'9", African American. I stated the range of salary.
I didn't ask about. Well, look a certain way usually is you can add height
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it,
yeah. But
but it's about what?
when you make a certain range, you look a
I
certain
didn't
way.
ask that question yet. I said if he look a certain way. That's the next question. So the question is, does he look a certain way? Like complexion, tall, slim, you going forward. This question right now is, should he look a certain way?
Lighter than me, over 6 feet.
Okay. We already got to the money question. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Okay, we see you, girl.
A little bit, a little bit.
A little bit what?
I said a little bit because I'm on my weight loss journey, so I'm a little bit.
Okay. Should he? We already did that. When was your last relationship?
A month ago.
Month ago. Oh, you just ended a relationship a month ago. Is it over?
Over.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A month ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Someone who is a chronic liar.
That's not a
Someone
flaw.
who is shorter than me. So I'm 5'9", so someone who is 5'9" or shorter. And someone who is unemployed.
And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
So I feel as though that you are short tempered right now, so I'm gonna keep this short.
Who's short tempered?
You are, girl. It's fine. I know. I love it.
Why am I short tempered? Because I'm asking you the questions and allowing you to answer them. So now if I go back and forth with you, I'm aggressive, I'm all those things. Now I'm asking you the questions. I'm short tempered. You don't take responsibility. Which way you want it, girl? You
I
want me
don't
to
take
argue with you?
responsibility.
You want me?
Let's address
I'm
the
giving you the
responsibility.
courtesy of allowing you to answer the questions with no rebuttal. And now I'm short tempered. What
Maybe
responsibility do you have, Roma?
all of them. That's why I'm answering your questions.
No, I want to know what energy do you think you brought to this? Because I gave you 3 different versions of Kendra. The last Kendra, I'm just allowing you to answer, and then you came back.
The
So I
last
want to know. So
Kendra
I
is the
want to know.
responsible
I want to
Kendra.
know what responsibility do you think you brought to this interview?
So I'm gonna be respectful. So the last Kendra was the professional Kendra, the journalist Kendra. The
Well, you
second
just called her
Kendra,
short tempered, but then you called her short tempered.
can you
So
let me
which one
finish
you
my
on?
answer? You would
Huh?
not let me finish my answer.
I was letting you finish your answers, and then you called me short tempered.
I
So
said,
now it's like I don't know which Kendra you want because you can get
ooh,
all the Kendras.
I want them.
Child, let me do this. I should have hung up on your ass a long time ago. I don't know why I even allowed it to go. Let me tell you something. This is a perfect example. Child, let me tell you something. I'm living my best life in California. I'm having a good old weekend. Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me. And I sat there because I wanted to prove a point because I get that a lot where people try to reverse it on me. They try to make it seem like I'm the person. So in the middle of the interview, I was like, you know what, child? Let me just ask these questions. I don't gotta, I'm not gonna go back and forth. Let me just ask the questions and move forward. And then you come back with, now I'm short-tempered. Some of you ladies need to self-reflect. Some of y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, some of you ladies need to self-reflect. I don't even want to deal with you. So I can only imagine a man, how he's feeling. Ain't nobody got time for that, girl.
When she asked her 3 flaws she need to work on, she named 3 flaws that she didn't want to deal with. So yeah, she can't take no like accountability for nothing. Clearly,
Nobody ain't got time for it. Now, I don't like what she went through in her past, and I do feel bad for that, right? And when things like that come up, it always, to me, she said it wasn't dark. To me, it's dark. Like, that's a terrible story. But this is what I stand on. This shit is 6 years old. I've been doing this for 6 years. I ask the same questions in the same order to the same people. Also, by this time, if you call me, everybody that calls me, you are a volunteer. You volunteer to push the button. You volunteer to be here. Okay? You already know what you're getting when you hit Kendra G. I don't know what I'm getting. But here's the deal. I'm not gonna allow you to lie to my face and then make it seem like I'm crazy. No, we're not gonna do that, okay? I'm not gonna allow you. And then when I decide to just let it go, now I'm short-tempered. No, girl, I want to be done with your ass. I went, what, 25 minutes? Child. God. 25 minutes was long enough for me for a lifetime. I wish you well. I wish you the best. May God bless you with everything you desire, girlfriend. I mean that sincere. I just hope I never have to come across you again in this lifetime, in this whole lifetime, Lord, in my next one. But I wish you the best. So maybe there's somebody watching who understood, want to reach out to you. You know, I came on with good energy. I even said I like your name because I thought saying Roma was so cool. I'm like, bro, I like your name. If you watch from the beginning of the interview, I'm in all good spirits until we figured out some things wasn't true. Till we figured out some things wasn't true. And that's what be happening. And ladies, y'all talk about y'all don't want no liar. Well, you got to decide, are you one? Are you a liar? I want everybody to be truthful but me. Everybody tell the truth but me. Everybody tell the truth but me. Child, this was a pop-up show. I couldn't even get somebody else. All right, here's the deal. We're live inside the dating app tonight. We're live inside the dating app tonight. Somebody said, I understand what men go through now. Child, I don't know. We're live inside the dating app tonight. This was a pop-up show. I have to go. I have an event I have to attend literally right now. I love y'all. I'll see y'all inside the dating app tonight.
yeah, she was a piece of work. Just because you then came up with your way to justify your lie don't mean you ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's yeah. Whew, that is nothing nobody want to run into. All right, y'all. See y'all on the next one. Peace.